To act truly human, one must engage with different perspectives found in these books. Pay no attention to the dog. We must avoid the starting version interdiction. This is my library. It's not a place for stories of adventure or romance, at least not in the way you might think. Each book on these shelves contains a single regret, collected from a single life. My job is to catalog them, to understand the quiet sorrows of humanity. I've been the keeper of these regrets for a very, very long time. You might imagine the shelves are filled with grand mistakes, fortunes lost, crumbled, epic betrayals. And while those exist, they are rare. The most common regrets, the ones that fill aisle after aisle, century after century, are much simpler. They are whispers, not shouts. They are the regrets of inaction. This volume here from the 17th century is about a farmer who never told his neighbor he loved her. He waited for the perfect moment, a moment that never arrived. She married someone else. His final entry reads, "I waited for the rain to stop, but the sun never came out." And this one, from the 1950s, belongs to a woman who dreamed of being a painter. She always said she'd start tomorrow, after the children were grown, after they retired, after she ran out of tomorrows. I see the same patterns repeat. I should have said I was sorry. I wish I had taken that trip. Her regret is the stark white of an unpainted canvas. I was afraid to quit the job I hated. The regrets are almost never about failing. They are about never trying. They are about the phone call never made, the apology never offered, the dream deferred until it became a ghost. Why do we delay? From what I've gathered in these pages, it's fear. Fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of change. We build comfortable cages for ourselves, decorated with justifications and the promise of one day. We convince ourselves that the familiar discomfort of today is safer than the unknown potential of tomorrow. We tell ourselves we have time, that the door will always be open. But doors have a tendency to close quietly when we're not looking. We assume we will have a second chance, but the universe is under no obligation to give us one. The weight of these books, it's not in the paper or the ink, it's in the potential they represent. The lives unlived, the words unsaid, the joy unclaimed. And I've noticed something over the millennia. The books aren't getting any lighter. In fact, they seem heavier now. Perhaps because we have more choices, more paths we could take, and therefore more opportunities for regret. I arranged them by date, and I can tell you this with certainty. The book written last is always the heaviest. It carries the fresh, aching burden of a recent silence, of a path just closed. It's a reminder that the cost of inaction is a debt that only grows with time. Don't let your story end up on my shelf. Bound in the heavy leather of what if, the blank page is waiting. What will you write on it today? Welcome. I am the librarian of this special collection. Each volume you see on these shelves doesn't contain a story in the traditional sense. Instead, each one holds a single human regret. I've been the keeper here for a very long time, and I've read them all. From these stories, bound in leather, contain centuries of wisdom. Remember that. from TR.
Well, I suppose that brings us to the end for today.